Peace and prosperity, family. So today, our lesson is going to be on Halloween, as you can see. I know, you're going to be seeing videos of this same topic all day long. I get it. But today, we're going to break down the word Halloween and also anything that pertains to Halloween. And we're also going to go into scripture to show you the very importance of why you don't need to participate in this so-called holiday, or what they would call a holy day. So without further ado, let's get right into this lesson. So let's get straight to the point. The first thing we're going to do is look at the etymology of the word Halloween. And the word Halloween means last night of October, the eve of All Saints' Day, as a popular holiday or holy day. The evening before All Hallows. This is from otherwise obsolete hallow, and it also means holy person, saint. All Hallows comes from the late Old English, which means all saints. The saints in heaven collectively, also the name of the feast day and of individual churches. All Saints Day or Hallow Day, which means All Saints Day, or Hallowtide, which was the first week of November. Okay, also, Halloween is the last night of the year in the old Celtic calendar, where it was Old Year's Night, a night for witches, a pagan holiday giving a cursory baptism. The word and the magical lore about the date were popularized by Burns' poem, but it probably dates to the 17th century in Scotland and is the name of a tune in 1724. Now we're going to skip down to the bottom part. It says Halloween, or Holy Eve, is the evening previous to the celebration of All Saints. That it is proportionate to the rites of divination. Very interesting, huh? Now we're going to keep going because it's going to get better. Now we're going to break down the word Halloween. And the first word in the word Halloween is hallow. And hallow is being used as an interjection, which means to shout, to call to attention. Such forms being mere syllables to call attention. It also means to pursue with shouts, to shout in the chase, and cry of distress. Now, that's very interesting, because now we're going to look at the word distress before we go to the word ween in the word Halloween. So let's go to the word distress. Okay, the word distress means circumstance that causes anxiety or hardship. Also, restraint, affliction, narrowness, distress. Draw apart, hinder, compel, coerce. Draw tight, press together. And it also means anguish, grief, pain, or suffering of the body and or mind. Now we're going to look at the second part of the word Halloween, and we're going to look at the word ween, which is used as a verb. It means be of the opinion, have the notion, to fancy, imagine, believe, expect, hope, suppose, think, expectations, to desire, strive for. In the word ween, W-E-N is the root word in the word ween, and it means to desire, strive for. And it forms all the parts of these words that you see here. It also means pursuit of sexual pleasure. And look at this one for noun 2, or a second noun. It means hunting, the sports of the chase. So this is why it's very important, everyone, to study. Okay? You have to study. Before we get into scripture, we're going to look at one more thing. Now, we know during Halloween that they love to dress up to represent whatever entity or witch, warlock, bunny, rabbits, you name it. All this stuff has something to do with this pagan so-called holiday or holy day. Okay? I have to watch what I say because I'm being heavily monitored at this moment. So, without further ado, let's look at the word costume. Okay, the etymology of the word costume, which is being used as a noun, means style of dress, but also more broadly, custom or usage with respect to place and time. Okay, now it means distinctive action, appearance, arms, furniture, etc. But now, if you look down at the bottom right here, it has the same word as custom. So now we're going to look at the word custom, which is the root word in the word costume. The word custom, which is being used as a noun, means habitual practice either of an individual or a nation or a community. I got to read that again. Are you guys listening? It means habitual practice, either of an individual, which is one person, or a nation, which is an entire country, or a community, which is like your town or your neighborhood. It also means custom, habit, practice, clothes, dress, usage, way, practice, tradition, or familiarity. Become used to accustom oneself. Now I want you guys to look at the bottom right here. It says custom implies continue volition, the choice to keep doing what one has done. As compared with manner and fashion, it implies a good deal of performance. When it's talking about that right there, it's talking about tradition. And now we're finna get ready to go into scripture, okay? But before we go into scripture, I have one more word I want to break down, and that's the word wicked. Because we know that this so-called holiday or holy day is wicked. Okay, the word wicked, which is being used as an adjective, means bad, wicked, false. It also means wizard, and it says, see, witch and wretch. But we're going to look at the word witch, okay? All right, in the word wicked, it made a reference to the word witch. So now we're going to look at the word witch, which is being used as a noun, and it means female magician, sorceress, a woman supposed to have dealings with the devil or evil spirits, and to be able, by their cooperation, to perform supernatural acts. Let's read that again. It says, a woman supposed to have dealings with the devil or evil spirits, which are also familiar spirits, to be able to have their cooperation to perform supernatural acts. Also, a sorcerer or wizard man who practices witchcraft or magic, okay? And it's from the verb wicken, which means to practice witchcraft, to use witchcraft, soothsayer. Today, the world is about to get ready to participate in their feast day or their so-called holiday or holy day. But there's nothing holy about this day. Remember, Satan wanted to be like the Most High. So, of course, the Most High has holy feast days, so Satan had to have him some too. Y'all got to wake up and see the truth for what it is out here, people. Y'all are participating in Satan's feast days. Let's get into scripture. Now we're going to see what Yahushua had to say about this, which is our Hamashiach. In Mark chapter 7, verses 6 through 9, he says, he answered and said unto them, well, has Yeshayahu or Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of Elohim, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of Elohim, that ye may guard your own tradition. So, what Hamashiach was saying, what Yahushua was saying here is, instead of y'all wanting to obey the Most High and his commands and his laws and his ways, y'all wanting to do what y'all want to do, following the traditions of men, teaching the doctrines of men. And now this is twofold, okay? But I'm using this to show you that the same thing he was telling them then is the same thing that is going on now. Now let's see what the commandments of Yah was pertaining to this so-called custom or tradition of men that we're seeing people celebrate today, which is called Halloween. Now we're going to see what the Most High had to say about this. Let's see what the commandments of Yahuwah, our Elohim, has to say. Okay? In Deuteronomy 18, chapter 10 through 13, the Most High Yah states this right here. He says, there shall not be found among you anyone that makes his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or one that practices sorcery, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahuwah. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you here? Do you hear what the Most High is saying here? All that do these things are an abomination unto Yahuwah. And because of these abominations, Yahuwah Elohika drives them out before you. Okay? You shall be perfect with Yahuwah Elohika. So basically, all the Most High is telling you, you are not going to do these things if you're going to be serving him. He's not having it. You ain't doing it. He's not having it. Period. What I hope for today in this lesson is that some of you will wake up to the truth about Halloween. And if you are a Christian and you're still participating in this, then this is what you're following anyways. And this is what you're really worshiping. And this is who you're really serving, Satan. May the Most High be with you all. All praise to the Most High.